The veg in the garden now is obviously starting to become well established. We've got things like our runner beans that we planted earlier on in the year, and chilies which are ready for the picking. So August, Keith, has got to be the month now where you start enjoying that veg that's in the garden.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got these chilies in mainly because we've got our chili day, chili and beer festival, August the 9th, isn't it?
That's right, we've got plenty of
varieties.
Yeah, mild ones and sort of hotter ones as well.
Absolutely,
so right across the board.
The whole range, yeah. There's lots of crops now ready to eat. I mean, the runner beans there are just coming on. We had French beans this week. The lettuce, carrots, beetroot. A lot of the earlier crops are now ready for picking. And I'll just say, as we said last month, eat them when they're young and at their freshest and tastiest, because that's really why we grow them.
And they don't taste much better, do they, than when they come out of your own garden. That hard work that you put in early on in the year, it just tastes extra special.
Yeah,
really,
that's
it?
right. There is nothing like your own veg. It's eaten within half an hour of it being picked, and where can you get that these days other than from your own garden, really?
And obviously, as we've said, the main thing about August now is enjoying and harvesting that stuff that you've put in the garden. But there are things you can start planting now again, aren't there? For example, we've got the potatoes here, so these can start going back in again, ready for that Christmas dinner.
This is a novelty thing, really, but if you plant potatoes, really they've got to be in by mid-August, and you can get them ready to eat on Christmas Day, which is a lovely idea. They're probably best grown in pots, so you can bring those pots into a greenhouse when it gets a bit colder, so they'll keep on growing. But you can grow them in the ground, perhaps with cloches on, and leave them in the ground until you need them, on Christmas Day. So it's an idea. A lot of people like to do it, and we've got quite a few varieties that you can choose from. And on potatoes, probably people's early crops are now finished. We had our last of the earlies last evening, actually, fantastic potatoes. But the second earlies are probably coming on stream now, so people will be enjoying those, and then later on the main crop potatoes will come on. So there's lots to enjoy in the veg garden at the moment. And things you can still keep planting. We've still got some veg plants, some cabbages and lettuce. And you can sow things, particularly quick maturing, things like carrots or the early carrots that you get in early spring. They mature quickly. Well, you can still plant those now and you'll still get a crop, before the weather starts to go off again.
That's great. And any last minute tips now, as far as obviously you want to protect that veg that you've nurtured through, so anything you can do to stop encroaching insects or anything like that?
Well, probably netting against the cabbage white. I noticed some cabbage white around the other day. Wood pigeons, I think, have been a problem this year as well, so you've got to net, really, things like cabbages. Just be vigilant. Water, got to keep the water going if you want good crops. And keep feeding.
That's brilliant. Well, thanks very much, Keith. That's great.